The external parasite groups are always interested in perpetuating that hemorrhage of resources and development energies from Africa to other places. What is most infuriating, however, are the comprador bourgeoisie, agents of foreign interests in Africa, who do two things. First of all, they oppose our value addition efforts so as to frustrate our industrialization efforts. Secondly, they are always importing everything from outside, including trivialities like dead people's hair. It is these processes that have stunted Africa's growth. It is a scandal if there were people to recognize real scandals. You hear people talking of scandals, but they are talking about small scandals. This is a mega centuries-old scandal, which I don't hear anybody talking about, many people talking about. The global value for trade in coffee is US dollars 460 billion. The coffee-growing countries of the whole world get only 25 billion US dollars. And wonderful Africa gets only $2.5 billion from a figure of $460 billion. This is coffee. And much of this $2.5 billion, which is coming to Africa because of coffee, is now going to Uganda, because Uganda is taking $800 million of that. Although we are producing a lot of coffee, 8 million bags, but you hear we are still getting only $800 million out of the 2.5 billion that Africa shares from a figure of 460 billion. So you are getting very little money from coffee. How about automobiles, vehicles? The global automobile business is US dollars 2.86 trillion. Obutabalika bubiri kumpi busatu. Africa's share in the manufacture of vehicles is only $30 billion out of 2.86 trillion. And I think this goes to maybe South Africa or something like that. The global pharmaceutical business is US dollars 1.42 trillion. Africa's share is US dollars 16 billion. The global business for furniture, entebe z'okutulako. Oh, banana. Is US dollars 654 billion. Africa's share is 4.86 billion. Not even 10%. Not even 10%. The global business for textiles is US dollars 1 trillion. Africa's share is US dollars 31 billion. The global business of cereals, kasori, bichebi byonna, maize and all that, 1.3 trillion. Africa's share, 275 billion. The global business for milk is US dollars 308 billion. Africa's share is US dollars 18 billion. The global business for fruits is US dollars 6 to 22 billion. Africa's share 56 billion. The global business for electronics is 1 trillion. Africa's share is 82 billion. The global business for electrical equipment is 1.5 trillion. Africa's share is 120 billion. The global business for beef, enyama, is US dollars 414 billion. Africa's share 300 million. Not even 1 billion. Enyama zente z'abanyankole bamwe bawano. Abaganda n'abagamba nti nabo waliwo ente enganda naziwulirako. The global business for fish, 544 billion. Africa's share, 46 billion. It is this that prompts me to ask the question, are there professors of economics in Africa? Of course, it should be the political leaders that should evolve policies about these issues. The question, however, is, if the political actors do not see this hemorrhage, why should the academicians not see it? Are they not supposed to scan the global system so as to what is going on, where and why? Are professors and academicians not supposed to use their knowledge to see what is good or bad for their people? It is a tragedy, I'm telling you. Here in Uganda, we have had to fight the neo-colonial politicians, civil servants, parasitic importing merchants on account of this hemorrhage. Omulimo gwa Africa kusaka. Buli kintu kyonna kya kusaka. Entebe za kusaka. Entebe z'okutuulako. Bagenda ne basaka entebe Dubai. Dubai eddungu ery'omusenyu likola entebe ffe abali mu kibira wano gye tusaka. So we have been through struggle, we have caused vertical integration in some sectors outlined below. Because when we came from the bush, we were clear, we told you, point number 5, build an economy which is independent, integrated, and self-sustaining, exactly solving this problem. But war here within Uganda, opposed by external forces and by internal groups. But still we have moved. On maize, we have moved. We have been able to produce kawunga because we used to get kawunga from Kenya. There was no kawunga here, no maize flour. Animal feeds, and we are targeting starch and ethanol. Milk we have succeeded. Processed liquid milk, ghee, butter, powdered milk, casein proteins, cheese, yogurt. Cotton, textiles, vegetable oil, animal feeds, gunpowder. Africans don't know that gunpowder comes from cotton. Even the scientists at Namronge, where they grow cotton, I asked them, do you know that gunpowder comes from cotton? They didn't know.